Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. As today we got some Oilers rumors to talk about today, as apparently Jakob Chychrun and his price just got lowered by the Arizona Coyotes, which means the Oilers are one of the teams that are interested in him, which I gotta say is very exciting for me as an Oilers fan, as Dreger reported it just about an hour ago of me making this video. Talked about how the Coyotes have lowered their asking price and are now willing to take back contracts, and he adds that it still costs at least a first round pick and prospects. It could be just one prospect or it could be two, just kind of depend on the caliber of that certain prospect. So I am super excited to talk about this, but before I do, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be very much appreciated. And if you haven't become a member yet, make sure to click that join tab. Take a look at all the cool membership tiers that we got. We got some really cool emotes when we start back up on the live streaming. And not just that, we got some early content that will be coming out for you guys as well. So let's get into talking about these Jakob Chychrun rumors and what I think of them, and if the Oilers are really going to have a good chance on getting Chychrun. Now, to be completely fair, this is a really good opportunity for us to get a really good caliber defenseman. Problem is, there's a lot of people in on Chychrun. There is the Sens, Kings. There's a few other teams that are also after Jakob Chychrun. And I mean, that's going to be the bottom line. Jakob Chychrun is a big name. He's a really good defenseman who has just an absolute amazing contract. I mean, you really can't go wrong with a type of player like this. Yeah, so the full list of teams I just found here are the Sens, Leafs, Oilers, Kings, Blues, and the Blue Jackets, all in on Jakob Chychrun. And honestly, this is I mean, there's a lot of good teams that will be willing to pay up a big price here for Jakob Chychrun, but the Oilers absolutely need a defenseman like this. If you really look at the depth chart of what the Oilers have with Nurse and Kulak, I love Kulak, but Chychrun would be a definite upgrade to our defensive core, who can play really well defensively, and not just that, bring a really good offensive game, who has kind of struggled in Arizona over the past few years. But Arizona's offense has purely just struggled over the past few years. Not just that, we'll be paying him $4.6 million per year for the next 3 years, and with us being so tight right now, we could dump off a player like Tyson Barrie or Warren Foegele in this deal, or maybe just one of them, and be able to pull Jakob Chychrun in this deal. That would be amazing. Now, what I kind of imagine a deal working out would be Jakob Chychrun for Tyson Barrie, Broberg, a first and a second. You could even throw in an extra prospect like a Dmitry Samorukov or somebody else in this type of deal. Dmitry Samorukov hasn't showed too much potential over this past season, so you could throw him in there as well. But with how Broberg's kind of looked over this past preseason, there's some concerning signs. He's been kind of adapting to his bigger body that he's been having to deal with. But the problem is, we need a defenseman that's going to work for the now. We can't just keep relying on our future to be, big. Broberg might be a really good defenseman here in the future, but the problem is we are really trying to become a Stanley Cup team here in the next few years. Draisaitl's contract only has 3 years left, and same with McDavid's. Chychrun is in that type of area that would be absolutely perfect and would fit underneath our books. If we were to add Warren Foegele into this deal as well, we would have a lot more cap space to kind of breathe with as well. But this is kind of like one of the trades I was talking about. But Chychrun would bring a whole dynamic to that defensive core and make it a lot tougher, and would just make it 10 times better. We don't need someone like Tyson Barrie. We don't need somebody like Warren Foegele. Those two guys are expendable in a deal like this, where Arizona's talking about taking cap back. This would be an absolute game changer for the Edmonton Oilers if we were able to get Chychrun before the season even started. Dylan Holloway's looking like he's going to be a guaranteed guy to take an NHL spot, and without a doubt, if he does, that means we really don't need Warren Foegele in that spot, and Dylan Holloway could submit himself in the third line playing alongside maybe Nuge and McLeod, which I think would be an absolute amazing line. So I think there's a lot to talk about here with Jakob Chychrun. Now, what are the odds of us really getting Chychrun with, a team like the Sens, who have, tons of big name prospects, or the Leafs, or even the Kings, who would be willing very much so to pay a big amount of, picks and prospects to be able to get a defenseman like this, and even the Blue Jackets as well. So there's going to be a lot of, it's really going to heat up, I think, especially with the fact that the Arizona Coyotes are now going to be taking back contracts. That's going to make a lot more leeway for a lot of teams that are kind of up against the cap to really push towards Jakob Chychrun here. So I'm really excited to see what the Edmonton Oilers will offer up. I really hope we get a player like this. This would be an absolute amazing pickup. So I'm really excited to see what will happen. But for now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Tell me, guys, in the comment section below what you guys thought of the Jakob Chychrun rumors and what the Edmonton Oilers might give up, or where will Chychrun land. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.